Solo, solo, solo.
Yeah. 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 I came in, made a name, probably should've made the news. Rolled the dice, I hit once and messed around and made it two. When you come from where I'm from, it's a win to make it through. Couple haters pray I fall, probably made them haters blue. Life a game, stay in pocket, moving like I'm playing pool. Heard them suckers throwing punches, dodge it like I'm Cassius Zoo. Cassius too, greatest where I'm born, you laugh but it's the truth. You would know if your folks hate off the back of what you do. It's like magic, see what's planted, I went hard and seen it through. She fanatic for that action, so I thrash it in the booth. She was freaky, wanna slide through and record it in the booth. She just trying to gain some clout, so I had to cut it loose, cut it grew. Snakes move slower when you mow down where they do. Move in silence cause you don't know who be hating for you do. Pick a boo, keep my bros around so when you do they shoot. Keep it cool, always on my toes cause when you not you lose. I take chances, double up just like I move that. You can't do that so you hating where they do that. She caught vibes, I seen them thighs, told her move that. You can't do that so you hating where they do that. You can't do that so you hating where they do that. You can't do that so you hating where they do that. Where they do that, I don't know, but I learned that's how it go. Some is real and some is hoes. Some be snakes and get exposed. Sometimes bros become your foe, so I'm always on my toes. Sometimes suckers try get close just to try to steal your glow. Gotta watch on how they speak and when they talk what they don't know. That's a no, like important as you think, but now you know I'm a goat. We not the same cause I was called that before I spoke. I take chances, double up just like I move that. You can't do that so you hating where they do that. She caught vibes, I seen them thighs, told her move that. You can't do that so you hating where they do that. You can't do that so you hating where they do that. You can't do that so you hating where they do that.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another Tuesday live stream. Hopefully you guys are experiencing a good stream right now because I just got an error. Let me see what's going on. Give me a second. I'm going to play some music while I try to figure this situation out. You feel me? So we're going to play that.
Solo, solo.
They hating on the movement, plotting, hoping.
What's up, man? I hope y'all doing good. It's another Tuesday. Shout out to my boy El Pedron in the chat, fam. You feel me? It's Taco Tuesday. And I did not have a taco today, man. You know, my Mexican ancestors probably wouldn't be proud. I'm taco-less on a Tuesday. Bro, what's going on? I hope you guys are smooth. I hope life is treating you right. I hope your weekend was good. Mine was good. I had my baby shower this weekend. You know what I mean? I'm on a different interface right now, so I can't have the applause go. But yeah, man, my baby shower was this weekend. What's up, KJ Smith? Welcome to the chat. All right, to the chat, fam. My baby shower, bro. I'm not having no more kids, my guys. I promise you. And I love my kid to death. You know, soon to have 2 kids. I love my children to death, bro. But the fact that it takes so much unnecessary stuff to build up to this child, traditional stuff. Let me see, baby shower, gender reveal. And I know you don't have to do these things, but you got to do these things if you got a family. Your family not trying to hear that shit. You feel me? So me and my wife having, pretty strong family units, we got to do what we got to do. You feel me? We got to do what we got to do. What happened this time, bro? Was it bad? I don't know. I didn't have no bad stuff. Like, nobody like got into a fight or anything. Nobody's kids fell into the pond or anything. But it's just the fact that, bro, we gotta have people come over and we bought all types of stuff and we can afford it. It ain't like we have no financial ruin or our dilemmas or delays or anything because of this event. I feel like maybe I'm just an introverted person. I really think that that's just the case, bro. I think that's the case. I am an introverted person. And you would think, okay, you're a rapper. Why? How would you be introverted? How would you not? I've never been the artist to have multiple people in the studio with me. Nah, it's not my thing. I learned from a Tupac interview years ago. He didn't have any entourage in the studio. No women in the studio. No drinking in the studio. Smoking, yes. Everything else, no. Because the studio's for business. And that's something that I learned early on. If you ever been to a studio session of mine, excluding Chicken Hill, I never had no homies in the studio. I did it a few times. And every single time the homies talk too much. And I love my homies to death, bro. I swear to you. I promise to God, I love my homies to death. But the last thing I'm trying to do is have a conversation or take away from the vibes. And the vibes being the work. You know what I mean? I got homies that have great things to say. If they had a podcast, they would have huge fan bases, I feel. But in the studio, the last thing I need you to be doing is talking to the engineer about anything. Literally anything. Because that's taking away from the flow of work. You know what I'm saying? The more you make him laugh, the less I can get his attention to move on to the next track. That's not a good thing. You feel me? That's a no-no. The more females are in the room, the more dudes are trying to communicate with them. You know what I mean? So no females in the studio. That don't make no sense to me anyways. Why is there a party going on? We trying to make music. Who's writing? You know what I mean? It's just never been my vibe. And so I feel like I've always just been an introverted person. I can be extroverted at times. It's easy for me to kick it. You know what I mean? I've always been able to like, I want to say gain friends, but just vibe with people. I feel like I'm one of those people. Well, my mom used to say this when I was a kid. You can stick me in any crowd, and I'm going to just fit in. Not that I'm on some chameleon shit, but it's just, I'm a chill person. I kick it. And I find, I'm like interested in a lot of things. So it's easy for me to relate to a lot of things. And then if I don't relate to you, I'm not turned off by it. You know what I mean? I'm more of a type of person that's trying to learn about it. So it was always easy for me to just kick it. You know what I mean? But I find my funnest times in life are in the house by myself or with my family now. I can kick it and watch something on the TV, on the Netflix, on YouTube. YouTube, oh my God, I love YouTube. That's why I keep this on YouTube. Everybody's telling me Kick and all these other places, bro. I love just watching YouTube, watching my son run around. It's my favorite shit. You know what I mean? My boy Cooper from the O in the building. He says, I was down, but I'm up now. Numbers up when I score like a touchdown. You a joke, but you kill. You a tough clown. It's my time. I'ma shine like a bust down. You feel me? Shout out to my boy Cooper from the O. Bro, wait. All right. Your package ships off tomorrow. Wait till you see this pack. Watch. And speaking of Cooper from the O, let me give a nice little shout out to the members of the channel. Shout out to my boy Ain't Loud AJ. Shout out to DJ Xander. Shout out to Craig O'Hearn. Shout out to Joseph Nelson. Shout out to Scott Voss. Shout out to Lynn Me Too. Shout out to Jeff Wallace and the newest member of the bunch. Shout out to my boy Cooper from the O, bro. Cooper, I promise you, my boy. I promise you, my boy, you're gonna appreciate being a part of this family, my boy. You know? If you're interested in becoming a member of the channel, hit the join sign on the channel page. Hit that join. Find a membership that works for you. I would like to keep you here forever. You know what I mean? Not just like to gain off you or anything, but every membership really helps this channel. You know what I mean? As far as merch and all that stuff goes, and music, you know, all the memberships help. You know what I mean? And so with the memberships, get ready really, really, really soon. I just got my last rebase tracks back from Redbeard. Shout out to Redbeard. My boy rebased this song. You know what, man? Should I tell me right now if I should play the song? I want the chat fam to go ahead and let me know if I should do that. If not, we'll just keep this party going. You feel me? We'll just keep it on trucking, as they used to say. But you know, I got the new MP3 in. I'm about to be shipping that out to all the members. So if you are a member, get ready for that inbox. You feel me? It is definitely easier to join on a laptop or desktop. You know what I mean? Yeah, the app won't let you do it. You know what I mean? So make sure you join on a computer. Yeah, I might hit up YouTube tomorrow. Like, hey, bro, what's up with you, man? My people can't even join like that, bro. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys for joining. And I promise you, once you join, you are not going to regret it. I promise you that. New shirts getting ready to drop again. You know how it goes every month. New music, new shirts, new merch, all that good stuff. Shout out to Lexi Lumbreras. You feel me? I think this is going to be the next shirt, bro. The back has the bass head dude on it. You feel me? Nice subtle thrashiness. You know what I'm saying? Bass head logos and stuff. I don't like the picture of it, man. I might just have to take a real picture in it and then post that for promotion because, you know, just the regular artwork, it looks so lame to me, but it's way doper in person. So I may be doing that. You know what I mean? I may be dropping this shirt next. Who knows? Stay tuned for the, all that. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, right? So I'm on the internet, as I usually am, looking at stuff to talk to you guys about because guess what? The world is freaking crazy, right? The world is crazy. Let's get into it. This man pushes his girlfriend out of a 23-story window after catching her cheating. Bro, what in the world is going on? What is going on? So he goes to a hotel, obviously, because that's where she was on the 23rd floor, getting that back broke in. He goes into the room. He catches her cheating. They get into the scuffle or whatnot, and he throws her out of a window. Do I think he was trying to throw her out of a window? Who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? It sounds crazy, right? Like, why would he try and do that on purpose? Maybe it was an accident. But what we got to remember, we got to understand, is a man is a man. This is a 23-year. Oh no. Okay, I don't know how old this man is, but when a dude's ego is bruised, he is liable to do anything. There's a jail. There is a prison full of dudes with bruised egos, man. When the ego is bruised, someone is bound to lose. And in this case, it was a woman, and she was pushed off of 23 flights, 23 stories, bro. Spider-Man can't save you from that. You know what I'm saying? That is tragic, bro. And I'm not sitting here cracking jokes, bro. I'm just keeping it solid. It's crazy because a man with a broken heart will throw it all away like that. You know what I'm saying? That ego, that broken heart, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a Reynolds wrap. You know, you would think a lot of people would say something like, why didn't he do that to the dude? He don't know the dude. He wasn't in love with the dude, obviously. His heart was wrapped up in her. That's rage. I remember I seen this one video. It was a while back, dude. So the girl was pranking this guy. Straight up hood dude. They looked like they was in a low income area. You feel me? But they're in her room and she set her phone up and she was like, hey, I gotta tell you something. He's like, what? She was like, I don't want you to judge me and you're gonna be mad. And he was like, what? Say it. He started freaking out. I could tell by his demeanor, he was like overly in love. You know what I mean? He's overly in love, bro. And the fact that she didn't want to tell him something was like making him like really anxious. So he's like, what's going on? What happened? What happened? She's like, I cheated on you. And he's like, what? She was like, I cheated on you. And I seen his face and he was like, what? Come on, bruh. She was like, what? Are you mad? And she's pranking him. You know what I mean? She's pranking him, but she's like trying to see how far this is going to go. I'm seeing he is about to lose it. He's about to lose it. If he had a gun, he would have offed her. But what did he do? He pulled one of these, man, I can't believe this shit, man. I can't believe this shit. And he looked at her in disgust, bro. He looked at her and he started firing on her. Bam, 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 bam. He treated her like she was a dude that hit his sister. You know what I mean? He treated her like one of the homies got his sister pregnant or something. You know what I mean? Just something wild that you have no choice but to unleash on somebody. And I was like, whoa, shit. Because it was just all raw. You know what I mean? And so she was like, I'm just playing. I was just praying. So praying. And she was crying. You know what I mean? And he was like, why would you play like that, bro? Why would you play like that? Why would you fucking do that? You know what I mean? Why you hitting her? He's saying, you gonna cheat on me, bitch? You know what I mean? And like, what she didn't understand was how vulnerable he allowed himself to be with her. I'm not saying that it was his fault, her fault. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it was her fault. I'm not saying she asked for that, because as men, we should be able to handle our emotions a lot better. You were tripping, bro. I don't give him a pass for that. There's no way her fault. That is his fault for not being able to control his emotions. Let me get that out real quick. But what it is a man not being able to handle his freaking emotions. You can't play with dudes like that. You could play with a female like that. Some might hit you. A few might cry. A dude is liable to kill you behind some broken heart shit. Emotional shit is a reason why prisons are damn near full. She knew how you'd react to it though. I felt like she did, but I felt like she didn't believe it. You know what I mean? I feel like she didn't believe it, bro. Yeah, I big facts with you. Big facts. My boy Cooper from the always says you can't call yourself a man if you can't keep your composure. If she don't put hands on him, yeah, bro. Lexi, the way he was punching her, she couldn't do nothing but try to stay awake. He was giving it to her. Like he unloaded on her. I'm telling you, like she was a dude that tried to that socked his mom. Not even slapped her or pushed her, but just and he just came in and just do, don't touch my mom. You know what I'm saying? The dude don't owe him nothing. It's his girls that owes him. Yeah, big facts. That's probably why he pushed her out of the window and didn't touch that dude. I mean, who knows if he did touch the dude? Who knows? Let me give you another scenario, right? So there was this guy that had his friend filming him going into his baby mama house. I don't know if you guys seen this, but he goes in there and he's standing on the bed. There's another dude in the house, and his baby mama, she's like by the door, and he's like, "Look, bro, me and my baby mama going through something. I'm this dude. I'm from here. You know what I mean? I kill people. I'm gonna give you so and so to get up out of here. You know what I mean? And if you ain't out of here, I'm gonna kill you, basically. You know what I mean? This is me and my baby mama problem. This is my house. You in here out of pocket, basically. I could do you right now, but I'm gonna give you a chance to leave." Dude, like, man, I got my kid in there. Dude on the bed talking about, man, I don't give a F about your kid. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people in the comments was like, man, that's why you don't go over no B house and stuff like that. Like, yeah, 100%. 100%. What are you doing taking a kid over to that woman's house too? You know what I mean? First off, that's out of pocket. But for two, even when I was single, the last thing I was doing was going to a chick house that had a baby daddy. First question, how long y'all been broke up? Did he know y'all broke up? Second question. Third, how many times y'all done got physical with each other? Or has he got physical with somebody you talk to? Because I need to know if first off, I'm coming with my backpack and you know what's in that. You feel me? My backpack is coming and you know what's in it. And it's coming locked, like ready to go with the safety on. You know what I'm saying? That's mandatory. So secondly, I need to know if I'm going over there and I know I got it on me, is he liable to pop up? Because I'm going to have to protect myself. You know what I mean? So I need to know, is there a possibility I will have to shoot this man? And if he popped up before and he come over to see his kid when I don't talk to him, no, I'm not coming over there, bro. You got me fucked up. Oh, you scared? No, what you talking about? I'm not trying to go to prison for life for shooting your baby daddy in the head. What you talking about? I swear. Let me see. Cooper from the O says, "I'm gonna head back to work. Have a great stream. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Subscribe with a friend. Peace. Y'all stay blessed, bro. I hope you have a good shift, my boy. I will see you when you get off or when you get back. You feel me? But I think that's one of the craziest things that a woman asks a man. Why, are you scared? What's up, my boy Kevin Gilchrist? You feel me? You got to be careful with these females sometimes. They live for that type of drama. Yeah, big facts. That's the first question. Oh, you scared? Scared to spend the rest of my life in prison? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. I think people get a kick out of setting up the dominoes and just watching how they fall. You know? I think that's some of the craziest stuff. I think that's some of the craziest stuff in life. Let me see. I wrote something down in here. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to skip to this next topic, right? So just like the last person and kind of with the topic that we're on, the Chicago woman, right? The Chicago woman post her baby daddy's location, and he ends up getting murdered the same night. Now in the topic, or in the in like the post, she was talking about how my baby daddy, y'all weak. My baby daddy didn't snitched on some of y'all. He didn't rob some of y'all, and he right here. If you looking for him, he right here, and put the address of where he lived or where he was. And that night, that man got murdered, got shot. And the first thing I thought of when I read that was the same thing I've been saying for the last few weeks, bro. You gotta watch who you have your kids with. These hood rats is crazy, bro. These hood rats is crazy. Not even hood rats, just people influenced by the hood shit. I remember I knew this chick that I know some dude, they got into it with somebody. And I was like, bro, you gonna move? And the first thing the woman said, nah, is we do this. This is what we do. And I'm thinking like, okay, if he gets shot, do we still do this? You know what I mean? Is it worth it? You got to move out the way sometimes. You got to move smart. It ain't about being tough. You know what I mean? And I think people lose sight of that when that ego gets stands in front of everything. And I think mainly the main common denominator in both of these situations is woman. The woman. Women are the top two reasons dudes get killed where I'm from. The top two, women and money. And it ain't money before women. Women. And you're like, what do you mean? How's that possible? Bro, indirectly, a woman is usually in the middle of some shit. If you watch these hood videos, I don't know if World Star is still a thing. Go on World Star, get on one of the fight compilations where there's a bunch of people around, turn up the volume and tell me who you hear in the background. Tell me who you hear in the background. I remember there was this video floating around. This woman, she goes to get her new dude, right? She get her new dude, she hyping him up to go beat up her baby daddy. Her baby daddy in the doorway, you know what I'm saying? And she with her new dude, they getting out of the car. She got him, she walking behind him like he walking into a boxing ring, you know what I'm saying? She behind him and, yeah, we finna go over here, yeah. I told him don't be playing, so-and-so ain't gonna play with you. So he walk up, new boyfriend, you know what I mean? He walk up to the door, dude in the doorstep, be like, man, what is you what you want to do? What you came up here for? New boyfriend pulls a gun out of his sweats, it looked like. He pulled a gun out of his pants and bam, 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 murdered this man on the doorstep. And then what does that woman do on the phone? She filming all this shit. No, what was you doing? You wasn't supposed to do that. That wasn't supposed to happen. You wasn't supposed to do that. Bro, you gotta stop this shit. We gotta stop playing around because everybody not playing. You know what I mean? I remember when I was a kid, bro. I was I was on some stupid shit, but we stayed in townhomes. Townhomes is a hood in North Stockton. We stayed in townhomes. The neighbor that we had, he just moved in. My mom was like trying to make us friends. She was like, I came back, from the weekend or whatever for the weekend. And she was like, there's a kid here and I feel like you guys could be friends, yada, yada. Anytime my mom has ever did that, it has never worked out, bro. So there's no different. I meet up with the kid and he's cool. You know what I mean? He's cool enough. So I'm like, all right, so we out playing football, all types of stuff. I'm really young. I'm probably like 7th, 8th grade, maybe 8th grade. And so, we end up getting around some girls out there. And the girls always, I think I don't want to say it was like a crush on me, but they kind of liked me. One of them kind of liked me. And I think he liked her, so he caught the vibes that he didn't have a chance because she liked me. And so that made him want to like trip with me. But the problem is like it started on a football field. I've always played football my whole life, so I'm rocking this shit. You know what I mean? He bigger than me, but I'm whapping this shit. Bing, you know what I mean? I'm shaking him. But that's just what I did. You know what I mean? So he getting his emotions up. And so, you know, it's dark, it's getting dark. The fucking street lights is on. It's time to go. If you're from the hood, if you're from anywhere where a parent is telling you to be in by a certain time, 9 times out of 10, when that street light come on, you need to have your ass in the house. So that's where I'm going with it. And bro following me, and he want to catch the fade. I'm not trying to get in trouble from my mom, so I'm like, man, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? It's whatever. So I'm walking, I get into my fucking doorway, or in the back patio, and he follows me in there. And the girls is right by the thing, you know, by the patio gate. They want to see what's going on. They're hyping him up because they think it's funny. He think he really got one. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna fucking murder this boy. He better quit playing with me. So we get in the doorway. I go in the kitchen. My brother, he like, man, he trying to fight you, Aaron. I'm like, all right, yeah, don't even trip. I grab a big ass butcher knife. You know what I mean? He bigger than me. So I'm like, bro, don't you know I'll stab you? And he was like, I ain't scared. Keep in mind, we're like 8th grade, bro. We had to be like 11 and 12 or whatever. I'm like, bro, I will fucking kill you. And the girls was like, oh my God, he's gonna stab you. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna stab this motherfucker. And so my mom had seen what was going on from upstairs, and she's like, hey, y'all get the fuck away from my house. So everybody dipped, right? And so my mom came down and was like, why was you about to fight him? I was like, man, he tripping because them girls like me. And she was like, man, first off, stay away from them hood rats, man. They're always hyping some shit up. Secondly, you don't need to be stabbing nobody, man. Like, you are tripping. You know what I mean? She diffused the whole situation. But my point is, from a very young age, a woman will get you into some shit, man. If you ain't able to see it coming. And now I'm not saying all women are like this. That's not the vibes. That's not what I'm preaching. But if you get around the wrong one, they'll make it easy for you to throw your life away, bro. They will. Sive done fuck, dude ass up, yo. Nah, Kevin. Nah, what happened was, now I did fire on him, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did fire on him. But my cousin really, really got off on him one time. We was all out there. My cousin popped up, in townhomes, like just on the front, like on a rando. So he pulls up, and we playing football, and my cousin just didn't like him. You know what I mean? R.I.P. Narville. That wasn't my blood cousin, but it was my little brother's cousin, and he really didn't like him. And so, Narville was calling him like a sucker and stuff. And dude was like, man, why you? I don't even know you. I want to fight him. I don't know you. He was like, oh, my cousin? He was like, if you could take my punch, you could fight him. And I was like, Narville, I beat this dude up, bro. It's not an issue. He was like, nah, fuck that. I don't like him. So he just started firing on him. And he was like, he was hurt. He was like, I took it. And so I fought him a little bit, and he was weak. He was like, really, he seemed kind of slow after I kind of like thumped on him a little bit. But it was like, man, it just like, I was telling him, I was like, bro, why you let girls, I was like, we was cool this whole day. Why you let girls that you don't even know, that don't even like you, gas you up like that? And he was like, I don't know. I just felt like we should fight because you hit me too hard on the football field. I was like, bro, you weak. Like, I was like, yeah, you can't kick it no more. You know what I mean? So needless to say, I didn't ever really see him after that. But it was like, females, I learned at an early age, bro. If you let him, you know what I mean? The wrong female would do you crazy, just like this woman. Why would you give your baby daddy's location to the ops? Why would you do that? How many years should she get for that? I feel like that's murder. If you knew that he could die, why would you post that online for people that want to kill him to do it. I feel like that should be murder. Telling somebody to kill themselves because they're going through too much pain should be murder also. I've seen that happen. What was that? It was a documentary movie. It was like a based on a true story movie where this girl, she was dating this dude, and he was really depressed, and she was just coaching him to do it. You should just do it. You should do that. You should do it this way. You should do it that way to be less pain. You should just do it. You should just do it. And then he did it. And I'm like, how do you not go down for murder for that? She should be doing some time for that. That's shiesty. Man, big facts, Lexi. Good look, Kevin Gilchrist. I promise you, bro. Anybody that drives another person or convinces another person to murder themselves, there should be a certain limitation on years for that. You should at least do 12. You should at least do 12 for talking somebody into it, giving them ways to do it. You know what I mean? There's way there. If Dr. Kevorkian, I think that was his name, the death doctor, if he can get, you know what I mean? If he could get the book thrown at him for that, I feel like if you're convincing somebody to do it, you should get the same book, because you don't know how fragile somebody's mental is, bro. You don't know how fragile somebody's brain is. You don't know what they're going through, and maybe you do, and that makes it even sicker. That makes it even more crazy. Lexi Lambrera says, I don't know. I was having fun with that. She said she should be doing some time for that. That's shiesty. And I said that before, but I'm going to say it again, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. So true, bro. Rick facts, bro. Man, I'm telling you, bro. The fact that people get away with this type of stuff because of loopholes in the law is sickening. It's sickening. Of course, I'm black, and I'm half black, and I tried to find any way to get out of jury duty. But my wife did jury duty, and she answered some of the questions I've always had, which is like, if you see that person is obviously the one that did it, how come you can still say, you know what, we find him innocent on those charges? And she explained it to me. It was like, they make it very clear you're not judging off of what you feel. You're judging off of the facts only. So if they present it this way, you can only judge off of that. You can know in your heart that person killed that person. But if the facts are they didn't have a gun that whole time, and they proved that they didn't have a gun, even though you know that they got a gun and shot him, but they can be like, well, he didn't own a gun. I mean, he never came in encounter with a gun. He didn't have the fingerprints on a gun. You know what I mean? But he had a glove on. That's just how the law works, you know? And I think that's shiesty, like Lexi says. Shiesty shit, you know what I mean? She says yes. So that's how they find loopholes in the system. Big facts, bro. It sucks. The legal system is nothing more than a game. You know what I mean? And it's not a fun game like Madden, you know what I mean, where you're trying to score touchdowns and you're talking crap to somebody. It's a game that holds your life in the palm of the legal system hands. You know? It's crazy because the better the argument, the better you are off. I've always thought, well, I just wasn't there. This is the proof. You know what I mean? That's part of it. That's part of the game. And then they change it to where it's like, it's not murder, it's manslaughter. And so that now you're fighting a whole different battle. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, man. I remember my grandma when I was younger, she was like, you could be a lawyer. You could be a lawyer. And I always thought that she meant that because I had a good argument. You know, I had a good argument. Oh yeah, I know how to argue. That's what I'd walk away thinking. And then when I grew up and understanding what this shit was all about, it was more, I knew that I came to see that she was talking about more of how I argued, you know, of how I presented my arguments. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, she kind of got a point. R.I.P. my grandma. She had a point. I probably could have been a lawyer. You know what I mean? And I was talking about that in one of my songs. I can't remember what the song or what the lyric was. I was born to use my voice that just finessed the mission, or something like that. I was born to use my words that just finessed the mission. You know, I was born to be a lawyer, but I just finessed the mission into rapping, in other words. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Moral of that story, watch out for the women, man. Not all women. Some women are amazing and they will uplift you and make you into the best version of man that you are. And I stand by that. Some women are that. And then some women will post your location on social media and make sure your ops kill you, man. You know, some women set up a camera and tell you that, you know, that they cheated on you just to see how crazy you'll go, and then be surprised when the crazy man fire on her. You know, it's just crazy, man. Some women, girls be wilding these days. Big facts. Shout out to Albert, man. I don't think I seen you in here before. Welcome to the chat, fam, my boy. You feel me? You feel me? All right, so speaking of Chicago, I don't know if you guys seen this. This wasn't even on my list, but there was a woman in Chicago hopping into an Uber, and the Uber ends up getting shot up. I guess it got shot like 5 times. You know, old black dude's driving, and he's like, whoa, shit, he getting out of there. You can see he pressed the gas pretty hard because the car started flying. And I think the first thing that I thought was crazy is that shit's crazy, first off. I'm going to keep it solid, bro. I drove Uber for a little bit just to see how it was. When you sit at home doing music all day, you get fucking bored, bro. You get fucking bored. Uber was fun. I met a lot of people out here. I did it for a little bit. That shit was fun, though. What else was fun? I worked at Steve Mead's shop for a little bit. That shit was fun. I don't do any of that shit no more, but you know, when you're just at the house all day, working on music, working on YouTube shit, this shit gets fucking boring sometimes. You know what I mean? And you need something to do. And that's what I did. And Uber was fucking fun. I met some crazy people. But one thing that I did learn driving and shit was you can be in a fucking compromising position and not even know it. Just like that man that picked that woman up. Bro, he picked this woman up. She hops in, and then like not even 5 minutes later, 2 seconds later, the car's getting shot at. So obviously you called the Uber because you were in danger. And I can relate to this. I'll give you my story in a second. Not in Uber, but in life. KJ Smith says, and there's very few women that will uplift you and be there. It's a small group. Just be careful. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm going to tell you like my married homie told me. Shout out to my boy Donovan. He said, good women are few and far in between, so don't mess it up. Do not play around if you get a good one. And that's facts, bro. Few and far in between. God is not going to keep blessing you if you out here playing with him. You know what I mean? Let me see. Lexi Lambrera says, heck yeah, DoorDash be the same way. You got to be delivering and end up in a crossfire. Yeah, you can't be delivering and end up in a crossfire. Big facts, bro. You got to be careful out there. You got to be careful. But just like that driver, right? Or just like that woman, she was probably in a crazy situation. She hit the Uber up, right? It must have been fun as fuck working with SMD. Yeah, it wasn't fun, but it was pretty cool to do something with my time for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? It was pretty fucking cool. First off, the SMD family is fucking legit people, man. I love the Meads 100%. All of them, all the way down to their kids. Great people, man. The dogs, great times. The music blaring, you know what I mean? Just doing shit. It was fun, but work is work. You know what I mean? And that's a real business. So I learned fast that, you know, I couldn't be playing in there, and I wasn't there to take it serious like they needed. So I moved out the way, you know what I mean? To a certain extent. And yeah, man, they're doing their thing. Shout out to the SMDHQ. But so I remember I was at this party, right? It was my homie's party. And the people that was there at his party start tripping with me. Two dudes, you know what I mean? What they talking shit, you know what I mean? Like just getting a little too close. And me, I've never been soft like that. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, we can see what's up. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can see what's up. You know what I mean? I'm not scared. So what I do, I text bro. I text the homie like, hey, check this out. Pick me up right here real quick. Bring that shit with you. He like, for sure. So he pull up. He called me right before. I'm in the living room. They come up one dude was slightweight with it. That's the one I was worried about. The other one was a straight pussy. He was just running behind the other dude. But the pussy was in the front. You know what I mean? He come up. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm talking to bro. I'm like, hey, pull up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just pull it out. Because if they try to follow me outside, I want you to air out real quick. He's like, yeah, for sure. So he pull up. I get the text. Yeah, I'm outside. Just so happened, pussy boy walking out to me. He like, what's up, man? I'm sorry how everything went down. You know what I mean? He tried to shake my hand. I'm like, nah, I don't do no handshaking with suckers, bro. And he was like, what? And so other dude, tough dude run up. He like, man, what do you say to you, homie? I'm like, yeah, he heard, you heard what's up? And so dude, he pull up his little button up. He can't even pull it up. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever, man. And so the homie come, he like, man, y'all gotta chill. And I'm like, hey, I'm outside, bro. I gotta go. So I go outside, bro. Hit me, he hit me and told me he was coming up the street. So I come outside, and he come out. He pull up soon as I walk out of the door. I'm walking down the little pathway, and dudes didn't come outside. I guess the homie telling me, yeah, man, y'all tripping. Y'all ain't finna do that. But the homie outside with the thing out. You know what I mean? And so I talked to my homie. I was like, man, sorry that went down. They was pressing me. They was tripping with me, bro. I wasn't tripping. I was like, just to make it clear, I did have homie pull up with that shit, though. He was like, man, I expect nothing less. You know what I mean? I didn't expect nothing less. And I was like, so that makes me think, this woman that hopped in that Uber, she knew what time it was. She was wherever she was, she knew what time it was. They was finna let her ass have it. And just like me, I called the homie, she called an Uber. Now the difference is my homie knew what time it was. He wouldn't have came if he didn't know what time it was. He knew what time it was. The Uber did not. You are out of pocket for putting that Uber in that situation. I firmly believe that you should never put a person like that in a situation to save you. You know what I mean? Like when people be like, they getting chased by somebody and they run and they, like in the movies, hurry up, drive. I don't know you. Just drive. Bro, you know how fucked up that is? If you stirred up a situation you got to run from and you hop into a car with an innocent person that don't even know you like that or don't live like that, and you put them in the crossfire, bro, you out of pocket. You out of pocket. You got to wear that. Now, if my homie would have been like, nah, I can't even do it. I'm not even on that. I would have just had to get jumped. You know what I mean? More than likely, I would have fought two people not at the same time, but one after another because I had some homies there. But you know what I mean? It would have just not been, it would have been ugly for me. But luckily, shout out to my boy B. He came through and, equaled the situation out. You know what I mean? But this woman that hopped in the Uber, shame on you for putting that old man to that shit. You don't know what you could be putting that person into, man. You don't know if he got family at home. Obviously he do. Obviously he trying to provide for somebody, if not just himself. So for you to put his life in danger like that, man, people is cold, man, and it just so happened to be a young woman, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. But what I do understand is that you can't trust everybody. You know what I mean? You can't trust everybody. Soon as I would have got free, soon as I would have got to the clear, she'd have had to get the fuck out of my car. I know that much. You know what I'm saying? I know that much. Another thing that I did want to talk about, right? So at the baby shower this weekend, my stepfather-in-law, step-in-law, I don't even know how to say it, but my wife's mother's husband, he was telling me about this situation where this dude had won the lottery. He's a 19-year-old man. He won the lottery. Millionaire instantly, like that, right? Now, one thing we do know about lottery winners, when they win the lottery, 9 times out of 10, they end up what? Broke. Yeah, I said it for you. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they end up broke. And this man was no different. Now, usually, what do? They spend their money on lavish lifestyle. You know what I mean? They win 100 million, and the lifestyle they live is $100 millionaire lifestyle. Like they make 100 million every year, and by year 4 or 5, they're broke. They're fucking poor. They're in debt, right? This dude, he figures he's a little smarter. I'm young. I'm 19. I'm gonna get innovative. Innovative. New word for you. That means that he 9 times out of 10, all you guys know what the hell innovative means. But he figured, you know what? I'm going to do something different and I'm going to reinvest my money. And what did he reinvest in? His passion. He had a passion for wrestling. And what did he do? He started, what is this shit called? Wrestlicious. You know what? I'm going to look it up because I'm not 100% sure what Wrestlicious is. Okay, Wrestlicious. Okay, I see it. Okay, so this is actually... Okay, so this dude, this man is crazy. Okay, so my boy, 19 years old, he's a millionaire now. And what does he do? He goes out and he's like, you know what? I'm going to put my money into my passion. So instead of blowing the money on Lamborghinis and shit, he went and made it a fucking passion project. You know what I mean? You good good looking out. Man, thanks for chilling with us, Saif, my bro. You're wicked, freaking awesome. Much love, homie. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that for real. But let me tell you about this dude. So he puts his Powerball winnings into a passion project. Now, a lot of us would say, that's exactly what I would do. If I had that much money, I would start an organization with the best car audio systems. Another person, you would think me, oh man, I'm going to start a music label, right? Because that's my passion. I'm going to start a freaking luxury fashion line. You know what I mean? Because that's something that I'm into. Now, this man started a women's wrestling league. And he blew all his money. You got to watch out for yourself, man. This literally is the reason why most people that run into money lose it. This is why the government was so comfortable with giving stimulus checks. This is why the government was so comfortable with giving PPP loans, knowing damn well the people are going to finesse it. Because 9 times out of 10, the sale of European cars and luxury clothing is going to go up. 9 times out of 10, the people that get this money are not going to try to flip it wisely. You know what I mean? They're not going to invest in the right properties. They're going to just buy a bunch of fucking mansions. You know what I mean? All their family is going to live in $1 million mansions, not realizing, can you pay the property taxes on this shit? Can you pay the insurance on this shit? You feel me? It's a different game. It's set up to where you can win. But it's not, but everybody doesn't have the knowledge to win this shit. And I think that's the craziest thing, you know? I think that's one of the craziest things. Music. You know, the same people, well, not the same. I remember meeting so many people saying, yeah, there's no money in music. There's no money in music. There ain't no money in music. And it's like, how is that true? Well, I know so-and-so, he broke. I'm like, okay, but so-and-so is not even a rapper. Your homie is not a real rapper. He ain't never sold shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people give opinions on things without knowing how things work. My boy put all of his money into a passion project and lost it. For the simple fact, he didn't know how to use that money. The last thing you should be doing is that. Now, and just because you love something, that don't mean that everybody else does. You feel me? Just because you believe in something, that don't mean that it's really something to believe in. You know what I mean? Just because you think, you know, okay, so so basically, I'll relate this to another thing, right? During the pandemic, everybody was buying exotic Frenchies. And they were going to breed these dogs and make a fortune. Because everybody's buying Frenchies for $5,000, $7,000, $10,000. Yeah, this Frenchie's worth $12,000. I'm going to breed it with this Frenchie. That's the most popular stud in the world. You know what I mean? The breeding cost is $5,000. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna breed it with my top of the line female right here, and we're gonna make all this money off these puppies. And it all made sense to everybody. It made so much sense. Oh yeah, man, they all online breeding. Same thing when I got my bullies. Oh, breeding. And you know, one of the things that I've learned, that I did learn breeding my dogs one time, which I never should have did the first time. Who are you going to sell them to? Who are you going to sell those puppies to? Who are you going to sell those puppies to? My dogs are champion. My dog right now is a champion bred fucking line of dog. His dad is the first fucking youngest grand champion, period. The youngest male dog to become a champion is his dad. So he comes from fucking top line pedigree, top of the line. And those puppies, I couldn't give them motherfuckers away. Fire ass dogs too. A few of them sold, you know, and you know, the family and stuff. And the first thing I thought is, why did I do this? Now, I wasn't sitting there trying to breed them. You know what I mean? They locked, and I was like, fuck it. We got puppies coming. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Now, I wasn't trying to breed them. I'm keeping it solid. I wasn't trying to breed them, and I definitely wasn't trying to fix him or the male or the female, because I just don't believe in that. You know what I mean? I think fixing a dog is just fucking inhumane. But yeah. So they stuck. I couldn't get them the fucking dogs off fast enough. I ended up rehoming them to good homes because that's what mattered most. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When people was talking about buying Frenchies and, you know, they would ask me how I felt, first thing I said is, how much you plan on making off them? Oh man, you know, probably at the least, you know what I mean, 2 racks. And then I said, you know what? I want you to go through your phone. I want you to go through your phone and go through your social media. And you tell me, how many of the people in there do you expect to buy those dogs for $2,000 fucking dollars? And 9 times out of 10, after 2 or 3 days, people would hit me up and be like, yeah, bro, I don't think I'm finna do that shit no more, bro. And I understood, like, it was stupid. And I wish somebody would have told this young man that put all of his Powerball earnings into that wrestling promotion. Bro, how are you going to make money from it? First off. Secondly, look through your social media. How many of them motherfuckers is coming to watch some females wrestle? You know what I mean? How many people go to the WWE match? You got enough money, go fly to the biggest one, go to WrestleMania, and then I want you to go there and see how many people give a fuck about the women's wrestling match. Tell me how many people care about that wrestling match, and then I want you to put in perspective that those are the most popular women wrestlers in the game, and nobody gives a fuck about what they got going on. So you need to sit down somewhere and reevaluate how you're going to spend this money, my boy. Period. Passion projects, man. A passion project will kick your fucking back in if you allow it. You got to watch yourself. You got to watch yourself. You know what I mean? So the last topic that I have, right? Last topic I have. And if you are looking at the title of this live, you will know what the hell I'm talking about. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? That helps the channel grow and all that good stuff. Hickory dickory dock. Let's get to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Quiet on Set documentary. Have you guys seen it? If you have, say something in the chat. If you haven't, I advise everyone to go see the Quiet on Set documentary. I watched it on HBO Max. Bro, Nickelodeon was crazy. When I was a kid, I wanted to be on Nickelodeon so bad. I wanted the opportunity to be a child actor on Nickelodeon bad as AF. When I seen, I don't remember what the show was called, but I remember it was like Tunnel, what is it, Tomb Run or whatever the hell that game is called, you know. But they had to battle for this thing called the Aggro Crag. You know what I mean? It was like a neon stone, neon green stone, but yeah, lime green stone. But it was just, that shit looked tight. I was like, man, I dog these people, man, going up the like pyramid and shit, you know, running away from the big ass boulder, you know, whatever that show was called. I seen shows like Hey Dude and fucking what is it? All That. You know what I mean? I seen these shows and I was like, man, dude, I would love to be on these shows, man. That would be so sick. I binge watched the whole thing. They still let Dan Snyder work. Yeah, that, bro. I'm gonna get to that, Lexi. I wanted to be on these shows as a kid, man. I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a child actor. I thought that shit was so sick. And what I didn't know, it was really sick. You know, you had pedos on there that was touching on kids and hired by these big companies. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Dan Snyder, the dude that made these TV shows, he had all these sexual innuendos and shit. You know what I mean? And I think the craziest thing about it, right? How they were showing what these people were doing with these kids, what they had these kids doing. As a kid, when I watched this stuff, I didn't never catch on. I never caught on to no sexualness behind it. Maybe I thought the girl in the scene was cute or something, but I didn't see what they were doing as sexual until today when I watched it. When you watch it, you'll see that that is straight sexual. And what I realized today is That's for grown men to appreciate. That wasn't for kids, because if it was, I would have appreciated it back then. I didn't know nothing about that. It's sick. It's sick. The dude that did that to Drake Bell, he should be at a Tupac concert right now. Front row. Front row. Dan Schneider, for as cold as you is, I don't know if you need to be at a Tupac concert, but you definitely needed your ass whipped. He definitely needed his ass whipped. Like, I can't say he was touching on little kids, but to have like Ariana Grande, you know what I mean, doing what she was doing and shit as a kid, yeah, you might need to be at a Tupac concert. You definitely need to be in jail, man. Like, if you see, okay, that where that was, right? If you see where that was in life, how many years ago that was, early 2000s, mid 2000s. And then you go to now, where the whole pedo shit is the, like, they're trying to make it like more mainstream. You know what I mean? They're trying to make it to where it's more of a mental disorder or something like that, versus like a predator thing. I feel like they kind of they started that revolution. You know what I mean? They started that. They were the birthers of that shit. They're the first people that got that going. You know what I mean? So when you think of it, Hollywood is not the place to be if you have to put your kids. Not a lot of the people that was on those shows were saying stuff like, people ask them all the time will they allow their kids to be actors and stuff. And the first thing they say is, nah, never, 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 never can my kid be into that. And I'm not going to lie, I wanted to be on Nick. Facts, me too. Shout out to my boy Ain't Loud AJ. Right now we are talking about the documentary called Quiet on Set. It's a documentary about Nickelodeon, basically. And what was happening is they had these little kids doing sexual stuff in the shows, and nobody ever caught on, because mainly kids were watching and we didn't know what the hell was going on. You know what I mean? We just thought it was being funny. But what was really happening is they were doing sexual stuff and feeding that to pedos. They had pedos in there working, doing all types of stuff. Warning stream. What's going on with the stream? Hold on. Stream current bit rate is lower recommended. Okay. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, man. Yeah, dude. It was a lot of craziness going on. There was a dude that did something to Drake Bell. You know what I mean? I hope that dude's okay in life. I remember looking at Drake Bell, and I was an adult, but thinking, man, when I was a kid, dude, I wanted to be like what he has going on. You know what I mean? I was on my way to becoming an artist. I was an adult, but I'm looking at him like, man, when I was his age, I would have killed to be in his, you know what I mean, in his shoes, not knowing that I would have killed somebody for being in his shoes. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. And my son has a talent agent. You know what I mean? He's in a modeling. You know, he's into modeling, and he almost got booked with a company in San Francisco, but it didn't. It like ended up falling through. But one of the things that I was worried about after watching that is, nah, I'm not doing that with my son, bro. He's not doing no acting. For the simple fact, you don't know what you're exposing those kids to. You know what I mean? The documentary was on HBO Max or whatever you want to call it. But you don't know what you're putting your kids in. You know what I mean? There was this woman. Her mom was an entertainment lawyer. So she represented a lot of these, you know what I mean? These big companies. And she never allowed her daughter to go into acting. Now her daughter grows up and ends up having a daughter. You know what I mean? She ends up having a daughter, and what does she do? She puts her right into this stuff because that's something that she always wanted as a kid. She never got to do it. So she's like, damn it, my kid's going into this, and she's going to love it. So she gets on Nickelodeon. She's about 7 or 8. No, maybe 9. We'll say 9 or 10. No, let's go with 10. I feel like she might have mentioned 10. So she's 10 years old, and she's on set on the Amanda Bynes show, and she has a good time, and she ends up meeting a PA, which is a production assistant. And the production assistant is a man. And he gets the little kid's email. And the mom says, you know what? I've always wanted to do this. Wow, I can't believe somebody's seeing interest in my daughter. Let's do it. So she allows her 10-year-old to have this grown man's email. This is back when dial-up was going on, I'm sure. So it's like, you really out of pocket. So she's sitting there texting this dude and and all types of stuff, and emailing. And so one day she says that she's at the computer, and she turns the computer off and storms in her room. And so she goes in there. She's like, "What's going on? You okay?" And she's like, "No, I don't want. I'm cool. And so she goes to the computer and sees what it was. And the man was pleasuring himself, saying that I'm thinking of you in the picture. You know, he pleasuring himself in the picture, saying I was thinking of you. And what do? Knowing that this could affect her daughter's career, you know, and hurt her daughter in the future with acting gigs and stuff like that, she never said nothing. And the first thing I was thinking is, you should be in jail. When the dude ended up getting caught up later on, the cops called the mom. And she was like, yeah, well, he sent the picture, you know, a while back, and, you know, all that stuff. And the first thing that the cops should have said was, oh, yeah, we need you to come down here then. Yeah, we need to talk to you because you are not protecting your daughter. How does a person still have their kid in their house when you've seen a pedo try to get at them and you didn't do nothing? You didn't turn him in. If somebody shoots somebody in front of you and the cops find out that you didn't say nothing, you're going to jail. If somebody hits a car in front of you, like getting into a wreck, bam, and then drives off, and you've seen it and you leave, you can get in trouble for that. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, this woman gets off scot-free. The person ends up going to jail, but you could have stopped this a long time ago. You should be in jail too, ma'am. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And she's on there, I just feel so bad and this and that. Yeah, you should be feeling bad from a jail cell. There's no way in the world somebody's doing something to my kid and I'm just going to sit there and not do nothing. Whether they got physical or not. You send a picture to my kid, I might send you a bullet. My wife is definitely going to send the cops at your house. I know that. I know it. Before I could get to you, she's going to send the cops. I know it. I know it 100%. But it's like, man, we got to protect the kids, man. And if you ain't out there trying to be a vigilante and protect everybody's kids, you got to protect your own. You know what I mean? You got to protect your own. At the least, you got to protect your kids. And the first and like the last thought I had about this woman, right? Your mom didn't want you to become an actress, a child actress, because she knew the dangers. You did that with your daughter. You found out what the dangers are. Now, I have a question. Was the juice worth the squeeze? Was it worth the squeeze? You felt it. You were in it. Your daughter was in it. You know what I mean? You had a taste of that lifestyle. You was in it. But was it worth it? Was it worth it? I'm pretty sure your daughter don't feel like it was worth it. But was it worth it to you? To If you know what the possibilities are, if you know smoking crack can make you look like a zombie in the face, would you do it just because it makes you feel good? I bet crack smell feels fucking crazy. Great. I bet crack is the greatest fucking drug ever. Cause motherfuckers get hooked on it, bro. Dudes be giving fellatio to keep their crack habit going. You can't tell me that shit don't feel like heaven. You feel me? But is it worth it? Is it worth the bullshit you got to deal with? How does your kid trust you after that? Save our kids. Big facts. I like the hashtag. We might have to run with that. If it's out there already, I might have to jump on board, bro. Save our kids. Protect them. You feel me? I feel bad for dudes like Drake Bell and his mom, bro. His mom. The pedo talked his mom into taking Drake Bell, getting his dad out of the way because the dad was super dad. He was real good dad. Shout out to the dads because he was protecting his son the way he should. The pedo turned Drake and his mom against the dad, got him away from the mom because she wasn't trying to watch his ass anyways. And next thing you know, he doing all types of crazy shit to Drake Bell. I've seen that on way smaller scales. You know what I mean? I've seen that on way smaller scales. Women, don't do that to the man. Don't do that. If you're out there believing another person outside of the family, shame on you. Dead ass. Dead ass. Shame on you, man. Hey, I think I'm going to call this the Just Jump podcast, the Jump Out podcast. I'm not 100% sure. But I know we're going to talk about something jumping because that's what I did when I started this. I just jumped because we sit at the edge of the cliff and think about how we're going to do it. How am I going to jump out? What kind of jump am I going to do? Am I going to cannonball into the water? Am I going to swan dive? What am I going to do? It has to be perfect. You know what I mean? I need the right equipment. I don't have the parachute. I don't have the flying squirrel suit. You know what I mean? How am I going to do this? I don't have a parasail. I don't have you know what I mean? It's always something. But sometimes you just got to look at that motherfucker, make sure you know where the ground is, and just jump. And that's what I did. And that's what we're going to build on. So, Something Jump podcast. I will see you guys on Friday. I hope you guys have a great week. You know what I mean? Love y'all to death. If you haven't became a member, be a member, man. It's fun. Do it. It's good shit. It's dope. Trust me. I'm out. Love y'all to death. I'll be posting a new short tomorrow. I hope you guys like them. Stay engaged with me. Drop a comment. Drop a like. All that good stuff. Peace. Good night.